Hi traders, thanks for stopping by thetradinganalyst.com. This is Taylor and we're going to take a look at a bunch of charts here and I'm going to give my analysis and my thought process, and you're going to walk away from this video with some newfound knowledge on technical analysis as well as hopefully some profitable trade ideas based off of this free analysis video we're going to give you right now. But first, if you're not already a member at thetradinganalyst.com, give us a visit on the homepage of the website and get to know us a little bit better. If you like these free analysis videos we give to you on a daily basis, it's nothing in comparison to the membership you get once you sign up and join the premium membership. As soon as you sign up and join the premium membership community, you're going to get instant access to the profitable trade alerts that our current members are getting on a daily basis. It's a great opportunity for you, and we'd love to help you start making winning trades in the market. Alright, so we're going to take a look at this chart here. We're going to start off with Apple. And Apple here, if you remember, we called for a bounce here on Apple. Okay, we called for the bounce here on Apple based off of this little reversal pattern here. We have this washout low right here, and then this close over that previous day's high. You can go and watch the video we did. I believe it was either the 16th of November. We might have done it the day after on the 17th. So if you look back on our blog or our YouTube channel on either the 16th or the 17th of November, you're going to see that video that we called for the bounce there. I'm not going to go over exactly why, just because it's already happened, it's already over with. But if you want to see the why and learn from that, go ahead and watch that video we did previously. But anyways, we called for the bounce here. We got that bounce that we were looking for. Now we're coming into this resistance point up here. This is all-time highs here for Apple, right around 176. All right, so we're about a buck away from those all-time highs. We're probably going to test it right there, and we'll see just kind of how it reacts once it gets up there. Okay, so as it stands right now, this is still going to be that near-term support level right there at about 169, 170. Okay. So if we do head lower, that's going to be the area where I want to look for bounces on it, because that's where we bounced last time. So again, we're going to see how it reacts to this level, and then if we head lower, we've got support below at about 170, 169. The next one we're going to take a look at is Google. And Google here, just really nice action. We broke out here on earnings, and obviously this isn't a great candle here, but again, we did break out to new all-time highs on heavy volume, even though we did kind of sell off in the end of that day. But this is clearly that resistance level that you want to look for. If we watch these videos that we did a while ago on Google, you'll see that we called for the rejection up here previously. All right, but now on this second test of that level here, well, second or third, whatever you want to call it, right here, I'm not as confident that it's going to get rejected on this time. All right, so right here we just have some sideways trading within this range, and most likely this is going to lead to a breakout over these highs eventually. Okay, so usually when this happens, you get a earnings gap up right here. We held this level. Okay, it wasn't a pretty candle, but we did hold this level. All right, so we held these lows right there. We held them again right here. So we're just kind of digesting these gains. We broke out here on earnings, and now we're just digesting these gains, trading sideways. Okay, so I think that if we do head lower back towards this range, anywhere between about 1,035 to 1,028, I think is a very viable level here on Google, because eventually I think it's going to break out to some new all-time highs over this resistance point in the near term. The next one we're going to take a look at is, oops, not Google. We're already on Google. Amazon. So Amazon, just beautiful, 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 beautiful action. All right. So if you look, let's just look at the weekly chart really quick. All right. So we traded sideways here for a good while. All right. So that was about, what, 6 months? We traded sideways. We broke out over that price point right here. We called for the breakout. All right, we called for the breakout right here. And as you can see, traded sideways against this resistance. We said that if it broke that price point, if it broke 1138, 1139, then we were going to get another continuation breakout. That's exactly what happened. All right, so now we've got no resistance above us. I definitely think that Amazon is going to head even higher, and we've got support below. So if we head lower at about 1138 to 1140, I think that's a very viable support level for Amazon, because I do think it's going to continue making new highs after new highs. You gotta remember how bullish this is. Traded sideways here for a long time, and this is in an uptrend. All right, this is a stock that's been in an uptrend for a very long time, and we're just looking at the last 2 years. All right, the last 2 years we've been in a major uptrend right here, and to trade sideways here for a long time, and then to break over that level right here to new all-time highs, this is very bullish. We've got a lot of energy that built up from this sideways trading right here, and this is, honestly, I think this is just getting started. I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh, the top is in, whatever. It doesn't have enough energy. Well, you're going to be wrong, because this is a stock that's in a major uptrend that traded sideways for 6-7 months, and then now it just started to break out just a few weeks ago. So I think it's going to continue breaking out, and any consolidation lower I think is a great buying opportunity. The next one we're going to take a look at is Tesla. And Tesla, this is one that we actually traded last week. We actually didn't have any losers last week. We had about, four trades, I think, and one of them was on Tesla. And I'm not just going to talk about this trade, I'm going to talk about the chart here, so don't worry. But the trade here was, we got long here right near the lows of this day. That was Monday right there. We got here long near the lows and sold some next week's calls up here, and that was about, I think, a 50% win on those options that we got. So that was a really nice win for myself and the members here at the Trading Analyst. So moving forward, what we're looking at on Tesla is, I do think it's going to get a bounce here. We have this bounce right here. We got some volume right here on this day. That was the day that it released the the news about the semi being released, and the new Roadster, whatever, I don't care. We're just paying attention to price action. I'm just kind of using it as a reference point. But as you can see, we gapped up. Okay, that didn't look like, the sexiest action, but we bounced right where we had to. And then the next day, we ended up closing over the previous day's high. So this is a reversal signal right here. So we've got, here's day one, and then day two gaps down and closes below the previous day's low. All right. So okay, that's bearish. Boom, reversal the next day, changes that up right away, and we close over the previous day's high after a gap up. So it's a washout low, and then boom, a reversal right here. It's a 3-day pattern. 1, 2, 3 right there. And right here, what we've got is an inside day following that day. All right. When you get a breakout day, and then you have a inside day, that is a digestion of those gains, and that's bullish. Okay, that's bullish because it's just consolidating sideways. All right. So same kind of thing, you got right here. Here's that breakout right here, and then the next 2 days stayed within that price range of this breakout day. All right, and look what happened then. Boom, broke out. All right, so here, had that breakout day right here, and then we've got 1, 2 inside days. I bet it's probably going to break out on Monday, all right, unless we get another inside day, which I don't think is going to happen. But bullish action here for Tesla. I think it's going to head higher. We've got resistance up here at about 335. I think that's going to be a tough level to crack, just because there's a lot of resistance. It was support here, support here, support here. We finally broke it right here. And in the long term, it kind of has a little bit of work to do. Tesla does, I mean. We also have this downtrend line that started right here. Excuse me. That started right here. Here's a test, and then we're going to be coming into that level. So I do think we're going to get a bounce here. at least into this trend line here, maybe even into about 335, 336. Once that happens, and also you got to see the red line here is the 50-day moving average that's lining up right around that trend line, right around that resistance. So again, I think we're going to get a bounce right here. If we do trade lower on Monday or early in the next week, 310 to about 306 is some really good bounce points for Tesla. But again, we've got a lot of work to do once we get up to these price points on Tesla. I'm not saying it's going to reject it and head much lower from there. I'm just saying we got to see how it reacts if and when it does end up getting that bounce we're looking for. The next one we're looking at is Twitter. Twitter is one I think is going to head higher eventually. I think it's going to fill this gap at some point in time at 25. Could be looking at slightly overbought at this stage right here, but that's honestly a good sign. If we head lower, a great buying opportunity is right around 2050. You can see that it was resistance there, kind of breached it right here, but didn't weakly close over that level. And as you can see, we came up here and it was resistance there. So anyways, this level is a level of support. So if we head lower, to me it's a buying opportunity, as I think in the long run, eventually we're going to come up here and we're going to fill that $25 gap. The next one we're going to take a look at is GoPro. GoPro, this is one that we covered right here on this day right here. We were calling for bounces against this level. We got that bounce. Here's that trend line, and this is why we liked it for a bounce. We have this trend line right here. There's a bounce, and here we are coming into that level. It was also a level of support. So we traded sideways right here for quite some time against that level, and it just was a little bit oversold at the point in time. We also had the RSI that was down here below 30. So I do think it's going to continue getting bounces off of this price point, and that most likely we're going to come up here to about $9 in the near term. Could be trading, if it trades lower, I think it's going to be a good buying opportunity. 825 is where that trend line is right now. So if we head lower, I still think it's a good buying opportunity. The next one we're going to take a look at is Facebook. And Facebook, I want to kind of take a longer term view of this. Going back to very beginning of 2017. I'll zoom in a little bit. Alright, so we've got a really nice trend line here. Started there, almost got a bounce there. Here's a direct hit there, direct hit there. So this is a really nice trend line to be working with. We've also got a really nice support around 173, 175. And that's based off of this previous resistance right there, right there, right there. And you can see it just kind of traded sideways for a while against this price point. And you can also see this is a pretty big volume level, volume point of control. Obviously this one is a little bit bigger, but still this is the biggest nearest volume support. So if we do head lower, I think it's a great buying opportunity. As far as this resistance level that it's coming into right now, this is all-time highs here for Facebook. Obviously this is very bullish, but I can't say for sure whether it's going to break over it right now. We may need to consolidate lower. I'm not saying it is going to head lower. I'm just kind of going over a couple of instances of what I think could happen. But if it does head lower, we've got support also right around here at about 176, 177. It was previous highs right there, turned into support. Look at how many touches we have already against this support level. And that lines up perfectly with that uptrend line. So if we head down to about 176, 177, to me that's a great buying opportunity for Facebook. So thank you for stopping by and watching this video. I really hope that you learned a lot. That's why we do these videos. We want you to learn. We want you to get better. If you want to take your trading up another notch, then sign up for the premium membership. As soon as you sign up and join the premium membership, you're going to get instant access to the profitable trade alerts that our current members are getting on a daily basis. It's a great opportunity for you, and we'd love to help you start making winning trades in the market.